stop scrolling. Look at the comment section right now. How do you know that user 123 is a real human being? How do you know I am a real human being? Welcome to the dead internet theory. It sounds crazy, but the data is terrifying. Experts estimate that nearly 50% of all internet traffic is no longer human. It is bots talking to bots. You've seen it. The weird AI images on Facebook with thousands of likes? Fake. The crypto comments on X? Fake. The internet wasn't just invaded, it was replaced. The internet you loved is gone. And in this video, I'm going to prove that you might be the last survivor. The Great Heist. So, who is behind this invasion? Is it a government psychological operation? A hacker collective? The answer is much more boring and much more cynical. It is about money. The internet runs on attention. Advertisers pay billions of dollars to show you ads. But here is the problem. Human attention is limited. There are only so many hours in a day, and only so many people on Earth. But the demand for views is infinite. So the market found a solution: fake people. This is called ad fraud, and it is expected to cost businesses over $100 billion by 2028. Here is how it works. A bot farm creates thousands of fake profiles. These bots visit websites, watch videos, and click on ads. The advertiser pays, thinking a real person saw their product, but nobody did. The money just disappears into a black hole. And the platforms, YouTube, X, Facebook, they are in a difficult spot. They fight the bots, yes, but at the same time, bots inflate their user numbers. When they report to Wall Street, they can say, "Look, we have record-breaking traffic." The dead internet is profitable. It is a digital Ponzi scheme where machines generate content for other machines to watch, all to steal advertising budgets from companies that don't know any better. But until recently, creating this fake traffic required expensive code and server farms. Then, in late 2022, everything changed. The floodgates opened. The synthetic flood. For years, the dead internet was kept alive by low-quality spam. You could easily spot it: broken English, pixelated photos, and links that obviously led to viruses. It was annoying, but it wasn't smart. Then came the explosion. In late 2022, generative AI was released to the public. Suddenly, anyone with an internet connection could generate thousands of articles, images, and comments in seconds. The barrier to entry didn't just get lower, it vanished completely. Before AI, running a disinformation campaign or a massive bot farm required teams of people. You needed writers, you needed coders, and you needed infrastructure. Today, one person with a laptop and a subscription to an AP, I can flood a social media platform with more content in a day than a newspaper produces in a decade. We are seeing the results of this synthetic flood everywhere. Search engines are breaking because they can't distinguish between human written advice and AI-generated slurry. Amazon is filled with books written by algorithms that hallucinate facts. Even scientific journals are finding papers submitted by bots. And the quality of the fakes is getting terrifyingly good. We have moved past the shrimp Jesus. Now we have AI agents that can hold conversations, argue politics, and even flirt. They have profile pictures generated by AI that don't exist on any reverse image search. They have backstories. They have lives. The internet is no longer a library of human knowledge. It is becoming a landfill of generated noise. And as the models train on this noise, they start to collapse. They feed on their own vomit, creating a feedback loop of nonsense. We are drowning in data, but starving for truth. And the worst part, we invited the flood in. The solipsistic nightmare. So what happens to us? What happens to the human mind when it realizes it is surrounded by imposters? Psychologists talk about a concept called solipsism syndrome, the terrifying feeling that your mind is the only thing that is sure to exist, and everyone else is just a projection. The dead internet is making this a reality. Think about your own behavior. Have you noticed that real people post less than they used to? In the early 2000s, everyone shared their lunch, their random thoughts, and their lives. We were loud, we were present. Now, most humans have become lurkers. We consume, but we don't contribute. We scroll silently through endless feeds. Why? Because deep down, we sense that something is wrong. We feel the artificiality. When you argue with a stranger on X today, there is a very high chance you are arguing with a large language model instructed to be angry to drive engagement. When you get a generic compliment on Instagram, it might just be a script designed to keep you on the app for 5 more seconds. This creates a deep, subconscious paranoia. We stop trusting each other. We pull back. Social media has effectively died. It has been replaced by algorithmic media. You are no longer connecting with friends. You are being fed a curated stream of content, chosen by a machine, often created by a machine, to elicit a chemical reaction from you, the biological component in the circuit. We are becoming isolated nodes in a network that doesn't really need us anymore. The internet was supposed to be a global town square. Now it is a hall of mirrors where you are the only true reflection. And the darkest part. As the bots get better, we might start preferring them. After all, a bot never judges you, never ghosts you, and always tells you exactly what you want to hear. The death of truth. If the dead internet was just about fake reviews on Amazon, it would be annoying. But it is not. It is becoming a weapon. We are entering an era known as the post-truth world. In this world, video evidence, the gold standard of truth for the last century, is now worthless. Deepfake technology has advanced so fast that we can no longer trust our own eyes or ears. We have already seen AI-generated audio of presidents declaring nuclear war and fake videos of CEOs announcing market crashes. This creates a phenomenon called the liar's dividend. In a world where anything can be fake, bad actors can claim that everything is fake. A politician caught on tape accepting a bribe, they can just smile and say, "That's AI," and half the population will believe them. The bots are weaponizing this confusion. They don't just sell products anymore, they sell ideologies. Entire armies of AI accounts are deployed during elections to manufacture outrage. They find a small spark of conflict and they pour gasoline on it. They simulate arguments between liberals and conservatives, radicalizing real people who stumble into the crossfire. You might think you are debating a passionate activist from the other side of the country, but in reality, you are fighting a script running on a server in a basement halfway across the world. The dead internet isn't just empty, it is hostile. It is actively trying to manipulate your perception of reality. It distorts history, rewrites facts, and drowns out expert voices with a tsunami of confident lies. The map is no longer the territory. The map is being redrawn by machines, and we are getting lost. The dark forest. So where are the humans? If the public internet is overrun by zombies and algorithms, where did we go? We are retreating into the dark forest. This is a concept borrowed from science fiction writer Liu Cixin. He describes the universe as a dark forest where every civilization must stay silent to survive, because there are predators lurking in the shadows. If you shout, you get destroyed. The internet has become that forest. 10 years ago, we shouted. We posted public statuses, we tagged our locations, and we debated openly. Today, that feels dangerous. Being visible on the open web means making yourself a target for data harvesters, advertisers, and aggressive bot swarms. So, the human web is going underground. We are leaving the town square platforms like X and Facebook. Instead, we are gathering in private group chats, Discords, Telegram channels, and Slack communities. We are building digital bunkers. Inside these bunkers, the internet still feels like 2010. People are real, the jokes are funny, the connection is genuine, but from the outside, it looks like silence. This creates a terrifying split. The public internet, the one indexed by Google and scraped by AI, is becoming a wasteland of corporate sludge and bot-generated noise. Meanwhile, the private internet, where the actual culture happens, is invisible to the machines. This is the great irony of the AI age. The more the bots try to copy us, the more we hide from them. We are sanitizing our public footprints. We are deleting our old posts. We are becoming ghosts in the machine, leaving the open web to rot. We haven't left the internet, we just locked the door, the last survivor. The dead internet theory is no longer just a theory. It is the reality we live in. The golden age of the open web is over, and it is never coming back. The algorithms won. But this isn't the end of human connection, it is just the end of the easy connection. For 20 years, we took the internet for granted. We thought that if we just logged on, we would find truth, friends, and community. Now we know that isn't true. The default state of the internet is now lies, noise, and manipulation. So, where does that leave you? It means that being human online is now an act of rebellion. Every time you write a thoughtful comment instead of a generic emoji, you are fighting back. Every time you create something original instead of using a prompt, you are fighting back. And every time you choose to meet someone in the real world instead of scrolling, you win. The internet isn't dead as long as you are alive, but you have to be careful, you have to be skeptical, and most importantly, you have to verify that the voice on the other end is actually beating with a pulse. Because in this new world, your humanity is the most valuable asset you have. Don't let the machines automate it away. Stay awake. Stay human. And if you are watching this, you are the resistance.